Morning everyone. Yeah, very good morning. Shall we begin the session? Yes, in the last class we have started with the revision of the programming in Java. Today I'm going to continue with that revision only, that is how to use the programming in Java, or what are the various provisions that should use with how to use the programming in Java concept, that is similar with the what we have studied in the C and the C++, that is how to use the programming in Java with the various codes, with the various provisions. So now chapter number 4 is Java objects and the classes. What are the various Java objects and the classes that is used? So Java is object-oriented language, and as a language that has object-oriented features, Java support the following feature. These are the features that is supported by the Java program. So these are the various fundamental features that is available in the object-oriented, and this is also the one of the Java programming, because Java is also object-oriented feature that has the following fundamental concept. One is the polymorphism, then inheritance, encapsulation, abstraction, classes, objects, instance, method, message passing. So these are the various features, we can say the characteristics of the OOPS, object-oriented language. In the same way, yes, in the same way, Java is also a object-oriented language that is available with the object feature, that is available with the object classes. Now, polymorphism, inheritance, encapsulation, abstraction, classes, these are the objects that is used with the content in object instance, method, message passing. In this chapter, we will focus on two concepts only, two features only, that is the classes and the objects. So one is an object that have a states and the behavior. For example, a dog has a state color, name, breed, as well as a behavior that is a walking, baking, and barking and the eating. And object is an instance class that is available, or that is an instance of a class. The next is a class that is can be defined as a template or the blueprint that describes the behavior states that object or the type supports. So next is objects in the Java. What are the various objects that is available in the Java? So let us now look deep into what are the objects. If you consider the real-time entities that is used, we can find the many objects, many objects around us, like cars, dogs, humans. All these objects have a state and the behavior, whatever the states, whatever the behavior that is available. Now, if you consider a dog, then its state is name, breed, color, and the behavior is barking, walking, and the running. If you compare the software object with the real world scenarios with the real world object, they have a similar characteristic. That means they have a similar feature that is available. Now, if you compare the object or the software object with the real time entity, they have a similar characteristics. So they have a different characteristics. They have a similar characteristics, but these objects have a states, have a behavior. Now, a software project is stored in the fields and the behavior that is shown via the method. So that is used via the method. So one is the object, one is the methods. Objects are stored with the use of the methods only. Now, what are the various classes in the Java? For example, this is a class that is a blueprint from which an individual objects are created. Individual objects in the sense, whatever the objects, whatever the scenarios, whatever the data that is available, so these are created with the help of the classes. So this is the blueprint from which individual objects are created, and the sample of the class is given object here. This is the public class dog, string breed, int age, string color, void barking, void hungry, void sleeping. So these are the various method that is used. So sample of the class is given over here. Public class dog, string breed, int age, string color, void barking, void hungry, void sleeping. Now a class contains any of the following variable types that is used. Now this is the class that is available with the dog or the class name is dog, then there's a string buffer or string breed, int a, string color, and the class can contain any of the variable types. There's a local variable. This can go inside the methods, construct, or the blocks, and that are known as the local variables. And these variables are declared and initialized within the methods, within the variable that can be destroyed when the method has completed or when the method has gone. And there's an instance variable. These are the variable within the class but outside any method. These variables are the, we can say, the special classes when the class is loaded out. These variables will be used or accessed from any of the side, any of the amount that is used. And the class variables are the variable that is declared within the class outside any method with a static keyword. And this have any number of the method to access the values of the various kinds of the method. In the above example, barking, hungry, and the sleeping are the method that is used with the various important topic that is discussed in the with the Java. Now the next part is the constructor that is available. By which we can construct, by which we can use. On the main role of constructors is that they should have a same name as the class, and the class can have a more than one constructors. Examples includes public class. Yeah, this is the public class bread. Now this is the creating an object. Next is how to create the object. There are three methods, three steps. That is how to create an object from a class. One is a declaration. Then there is a condition, then there is an initialization. So a new variable with the variable name will be declared with the object type that is used with the object type. Then there is a new keyword that is used to create the object, and initialization that is followed by the constructor. So one constructor is used for creating an object. Now next is how to access the values, how to access the instance variable and the methods. To access an instance variable, we are using the fully qualified path that is shown over here. Now next is a source file declaration rules. What are the various rules that is used? So there could be, or there can be only one public class per source file. A source file can have a multiple non-public classes. That should be the name of the source file as well as the file that is used. That should be suspended by that should be appended by the .java at the end. For example, the class name is .public class employee, then the source file should be employee.java. And if the class is defined inside a package, then the package statement should be the first statement in the source file. And when we import the things, when we use the things that are present, they should be written between the package statement and the class declaration. And if the class declaration is not available, that is the first statement, if the file is not available, and if the import statement are used within the class, within the scenario, so they are written between the packages, between the analysis system and the class declaration, and there are no packages system, then the import system should be in the first line that is used over here. And import in the package statement will imply to the classes. It will be used as the classes and the class declaration if there are no packages. And if there are no packages that is available, that must be accepted within the class declaration. And if there are no package statement involved, then the import statement should be the first line in the source file, and there are import that will imply to the classes that is present in the source file. Now the classes have a different access level, and there are different levels of the classes. One is the strict class, one is a final class. That will be explained in the Java access modifier chapter. Now what is a Java package? They are categorizing into the classes and the interfaces when developing with the application in the Java. Now the 100 of the classes and the interfaces should be written. Therefore categorizing these classes is a must, as well as makes the life much easier. And in Java, if the fully qualified names, which includes a package and the class name is given, then the compiler can easily locate with the source code or the classes. An import statement is a way of giving the proper location for the compiler to find out that particular place or that particular class. For example, the following line would ask compiler to load all the classes available in the directory file. This is the import java.input-output star, and this is the class case study that is used with their employee and the employee test classes that is used with the Java IO with the class that is used with the employee. This is the example of the Java classes. This is the import java.input-output public class employee, then string name, int age, then string destination. There is a public class employee that is given below. This class employee will be the string name, int age, string destination. There's the double salary that is used. Now the string designation, double salary. This is the constructor of the class employee, that is the public employee, string name. This dot name, public void main, now there's the employee test class that is given with the two instances. One is a class employee, and they invokes the method for that object to assign a value for each variables. And this Yes, this employee test.java file will be used as a public class employee test that will be used with the public static void, and there are two objects that is created using the constructors, and one is employee 1, one is employee 2. This is the new employee James Smith, employee 2, new employee James or the Mary Annie. Now these are the two these are the two methods that is invoking the object class that is created out. Now let's see how this is invoked. One is employee 1 dot employee age 26, one is employee 1 dot employee designation senior software engineer. Now we are putting out the values in this. Now look over here, this is the digit, so we are not putting out the double quotes over here. This is a string, we are putting out the double quotes because this is the multi-words. Multi-words means there is a gap, there is a space between the senior and then there is a software engineer. Now this is a salary that is also given as a 1000. This is print employee. This means print employee is a function that is available. We have to print each and every function, print employee, then there is a parenthesis for the function. Now emp2.emph21, again, this is for the emp1. This is for the emp1 function, emp1 object. Now this is for the emp2 object. Emp age is 21. Designation is software engineer, emp salary is 500, and the emp2 print employee. Print employee means print out the employee, print out the each and every detail of the employee for the emp2. This is for the emp1, this is for the emp2. Now compile both the classes and then run the employee test to run the following code. This is the following code that is available. Now there's a name that is a James Smith. Name of the James Smith is available. Name of the James Smith is carried out with the data, carried out with the result. This is the age 26. Designation is senior software engineer. Salary is 1000. The next case, name is the Mary Annie. Age is 21 and the designation is software engineer and the salary is 500. Now next is what are the various Java basic data types, what are available data types. One is a primitive data type, then next one is a reference object data type. There are two types of classes that is available or that is used over here. Primitive data type, there are 8 primitive data types supported by the Java. These are predefined by the language and named by the keyword. Now let us look into the detail. What are the various 8 primitive data type? One is a byte. This is the 8 bits trying to complement integer, and the minimum value is -128 and the maximum value is 127. The default value, that is a 0. This is used to save the space in the large array, mainly in the place of the integers. Since the byte is 4 bytes, that is smaller than the int. Now, when we say about the byte, that is equals to the, or A is equals to the 100, then byte B equals to -50. This is the byte data type. Then there is a short, that is a 16-bit signed integer to complement integers. The minimum value is -32768 and the maximum value is 32767. After that, there is the int, that is a 32-bit signed to complement integer. The minimum value is -2148 483648. Maximum value is 2147 483647. And int is generally used as a default data type for the integer value unless there is a concern about the memory. The default value is 0. This is one of the example. Int a equals to 1 lakh, b equals to -2 lakh. There's a long, then there is a float. Double boolean, char. So these are the various primitive. Primitive means by default it is available. We cannot change, we cannot modify the content, we cannot modify the name. We cannot write that ~1, ~2. No, these are the predefined data type. Then char. After this, there is a reference data types. These are created using the predefined constructors of the classes. They are used to access the objects, and these variables are declared to be of the specific type that cannot be changed. For example, when you see about the employee, puppy, etc., these are the various objects. These are the various reference objects, that is the classes. Now there are 3 types of reference object. One is the array, one is a pointer, one is a classes, one is a enumerator. That is also one of the basic or reference data types. The next is the Java literals. That is a source code representation of the fixed values that is available or that is used in the code without any computation, without any calculations. And these literals in the Java are specified like they are in the most other languages by enclosing within the special quotes within the sequence of the characters between the pair of the double quotes. This is the notation: \n for the new line, \r for the carriage return, \f for the form field, b for the backspace, s for the space, t for the tab, reserve for the double quotes, that the double quotes are available, then single quotes, then DDD, that is the octal character. Now, next is the Java variable type that we will going to cover within the next class, that is the tomorrow's class. So till now we have finished with the chapter number 5. Now next is chapter number 6, Java variable types. Now any doubts anyone till here? Yes, there are two types of data types. One is a primitive, one is a reference. When you say about the primitive, these are the predefined. Predefined in the sense we cannot modify the name. Yes, that is by default. That is the same thing, we cannot modify. One is a reference. We can modify as per our requirements. That is a reference data types. All right. Now, any other doubts, anyone? Okay. Okay. So next chapter is chapter number 6, Java variable type. That is I'm going to cover within the next class. That is the tomorrow's class. So that's all for today's session.